Hello and welcome back to Firestorm Games and another Games Workshop unboxing. This time we're taking a look inside the new dual army set for Warhammer 40k known as Forgebane. This set sees the Adeptus Mechanicus face off against the Necrons and includes the following. First of all, for the Adeptus Mechanicus we get 1 Tech Priest Dominus, 10 Scutari and 2 brand new Armature Wargraves. And for the Necrons we get a brand new Cryptek, 5 Immortals, 5 Lich Guard and 3 Cryptek Wraiths. As with all of these hobby table videos, we will take a quick look at the additional contents of the box before moving on to talk about the new miniatures found in the set whilst we assemble them. So inside of the box we get a few different items. First of all, we have some transfer sheets for the Necrons and the Scutari, as well as a sheet for the Warglaives, which features decals very similar to their larger knight counterparts, a theme we will see again. Next we have a mini fold-out rule set for the Warhammer 40k, which is a great reference point to have when playing your games. In addition to these rules, Forgebane also contains a booklet specific to the set which details a number of items. These range from background and artwork on the forces and miniatures found in this box set, to 3 linked scenarios and rules for all the units as well. The fact that all the rules for the units can be found in here is great, as it means you can start playing straight away without the need for the respective forces codex or index. Finally, we have the instruction booklet. This contains assembly instructions for all of the miniatures contained in this set, and it's typical of Games Workshop instruction booklets. Everything is clear to follow and all the components are individually numbered for ease of assembly. So with all of Forgebane's peripherals looked at, let's start by assembling a Warglaive. The Warglaive is in essence a miniature knight, and its design strongly reflects this. Anyone who has assembled a knight kit will notice many similarities, such as the torso structure, composition of the legs and the shoulder joints, albeit with a slightly less chunky appearance and scaled down proportions, with the Warglaive standing a little taller than a Redemptor Dreadnought. This knight-esque appearance works wonderfully for tying this model in with its larger brethren. Aesthetically, the Warglaive is very much Adeptus Mechanicus aligned, with the shoulder pads and other armor plating featuring the cogtooth edging often seen on other Mechanicus units. This is furthered by the head options this kit comes with, which are much more robotic in their appearance than the helmets that the larger knights are equipped with. However, beyond these 4 head options, there isn't much in the way of choice of customization, with no extra armor panels or details to switch around featured in this kit. However, in regards to the weaponry, Warglaives come equipped with thermal spears and chainsaws as their main weaponry, with a choice of either a heavy stubber or melter gun for the carapace mounted weapon. One thing I would also like to mention is the Sprue Composition. The main structure of the Warglaive, such as the legs, torso and upper arms, are found on 3 conjoined frames. However, the weaponry, 2 head options and the armor plating found on the shoulders and legs are placed on a separate sprue. This additional sprue is also denoted with a B, whereas the main sprue has no such alphabetic indicator. This leads me to believe that when this kit is released separately, it will contain an extra cosmetic and weaponry options on the missing A sprue, and maybe even a 3rd C sprue. So now that we've discussed the miniature, let's finish this building and take a look at the finished Warglaive. And here we have the fully built Armature Wargrave. Building this miniature was fairly straightforward and relatively quick to do so, as it didn't consist of an overly large number of parts. However, whilst assembly was easier, there were some pronounced seams along some of the areas where parts joined. These gaps were most prominent around the larger components such as the weapons and the legs, and would require filling before the miniature was painted. What is nice about this miniature is the articulation. The shoulder and elbow joints can freely move, and the arms can be completely removed from the torso for ease of storage. I was also very easily able to magnetize the weapons to the arms to make them much easier to switch out and paint. So now that the Warglaive has been looked at, let's move on to the Cryptek. The Cryptek found in Forgebane is the first plastic incarnation of this particular unit, and it makes its great debut in fantastic form. The pose that the Cryptek has, being held aloft by his Cryptek cloak with his arms spread apart, is a very fluid one and not something we often see in the other static and solidly positioned Necron miniatures. This sense of movement afforded by the pose, coupled with the relatively large size of this miniature, serves to make him stand out from the regular rank and file. As the miniature is a leader choice, it's not at all surprising to find that the model itself comes with no customization options. The pose, however interesting, is a static one, and he is only equipped with a single weapon, his staff. However, we do have some small degree of posability in the arms, which feature a ball and socket connection. So with the Cryptek looked at, let's get a summary for Forgebane. And so that concludes this episode of the Hobby Table and our look at Forgebane. Overall, it has been an excellent box set which would work nicely as a way to collect either Necrons or the Adeptus Mechanicus, as well as serving as an alternative starter set for Warhammer 40k, much like Blightwar does for Age of Sigmar. It's also nice to see that the set has a non-Space Marine force facing off against a non-Chaos force, which is often the norm with these types of box sets. Additionally, the fact that the new miniatures found in the set extended beyond just the special characters is also a nice touch. So let's talk about the price. At an RRP of £95, Forgebane is really a bargain, comparatively speaking. For instance, the value of just the existing miniatures in this set tally up to over the £95 price point, and that's not including the new miniatures we have in here. However, you can save yourself even more money, as this box set is available on the Firestorm Games web store currently for £85.50, and I'll include a link to its page in the description below. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please do let us know in the comments below, along with your suggestions for future videos you would like to see us tackle in the future, and also make sure you subscribe to be kept up to date with all of Firestorm Games' latest videos. And so we just want to finish off by saying a big thank you for tuning in and watching this video, and we hope to see you again on Firestorm Games.